Welcome to Doobies and Movies 13, where we are going to be discussing the most recent season, the fourth season of Fargo. Um, yeah, it's an anthology series, Fargo. I'm assuming if you are watching this, you've seen it because it's all spoilers here. But yeah, it's an anthology series, so this season was self-contained, and so all of these people, new actors, new storyline, everything. And on the most part, to me, it was incredibly successful. Um, yeah, I enjoyed the story. I really enjoyed how it was a origin story for Mike Miller and Mike Milligan in season 2. Um, and as a crime drama on its own, it mostly really worked. And then all the other layers, like the ghost and the serial killer nurse and other things that, again, on the most part, worked. But yeah, first let's be positive. So tell me what you liked about Fargo. Joe? Oh yeah, I'm with Joe, my regular guest. Uh,
um, no, I just enjoyed most of it, to be honest. Yeah, it was all the characters, lots of great plots, lots of brilliant moments. I love like both sides of the gang. Orietta Mayflower, the nurse, she was great. I like the guy, the main boss from of the like Italians, who was like he's a guy. He's in Freaks and Geeks, isn't he? He's like I think maybe he's another guy.
Jason Schwartzman, who played
Jason Wilson,
Justo.
yeah, yeah. He was
Yeah,
great.
yeah.
Whole little man complex thing like
Oh
he had going
yeah, yeah.
on.
I enjoyed his performance.
Yeah, I thought it was great. Chris Rock was amazing. Chris Rock
Yeah,
absolutely showed it.
Chris Rock.
Uh,
Yeah, I thought, to be honest, that, along the whole, the cast was all pretty solid.
yeah.
Um, as well, for me, highlighting in the cast, I said it in my review and a bit in the roundup, but Ben Whishaw, who played the rabbi, Rabbi Milligan. Uh, I thought he was fantastic. Jessie Buckley, yeah, played Orietta Mayflower, the nurse. Um, she was fantastic in it. She's actually an Irish actor, so that accent very on point. And Salvatore Esposito, who played the brother, the
Oh
Italian
yeah.
brother. I
Is
thought
it
he
Frank?
was
Is that his
sorry,
name?
Gaetano.
Gaetano. Oh, is it
Yeah.
Frankie? It really seems like Frankie. Um, but yeah, he was great. He was fucking scary at the beginning.
Yeah, yeah,
But just when you felt like he had him on his side, like the other brother, you really
yeah.
felt like you got this guy on your side. He's happy with you. This guy's a fucking powerful ally to have. Um,
And I felt like their relationship actually made sense and was quite developed. Like, and
yeah.
then when they kind of become friends, a bit more friendly, um, and he talks about how their dad had sent him to Italy after what, like, some, I forgot, left my head, and it was only a couple of weeks ago. But yeah, just they added little layers to that relationship, which I thought were quite good on the whole. Um, um, yeah, but oh yeah, and also Timothy Oliphant, who played the Mormon Marshal. I really enjoyed his performance. He's usually quite good in things. And Glyn Turman from The Wire, who played a Dr. Senator. I thought he
I
was
forgot
really
about
good.
Dr. Phil. He was so good. Yeah,
Mm.
you really felt it when he got killed by the other side.
I mean, that's what kicked off pretty much the main conflict.
Yeah, and it really nicely just showed like the messiness of like this war as well. Like, as much as a lot of the plot was quite. I don't know. Like, yeah, I like the messiness. I like even the messiness of just like people fucking up and doing things wrong, and how it kind of
Yeah,
war that no one really wanted. Um, so I thought that was quite a good like running theme throughout it, and you get that a lot with Fargo, like the messiness. Um,
yeah. In terms of messiness, in that sense, I think, yeah, I like the fact that Fargo is a lot about people that make mistakes, think
yeah.
things in impulsive moments or
Mm.
paranoid moments, and make stupid decisions or very smart decisions in quite tough kind of. So I've always liked that element about Fargo. I just feel like there were probably too many characters in this season. I think that the lesbian gangster couple didn't quite hit. I think that a lot of these background Italian mafia members, then they also were putting in this OCD cop, and like he had some good moments. I really like the bit where he's about to betray the Mormon and that shoot off. I thought that was really well done because you're following him from this perspective of thinking he's gonna he's scared and he's actually having a redemption moment, when in reality he was kind of like waiting for the right moment to actually betray and all of that stuff. Like a lot of great sequences, but again, sometimes it's not like they even handled any of them that badly, which is why like it's so difficult sometimes to criticize it, because on the most part a lot of it works, but I still feel like there's too many things that they're trying to do, and because of that it all doesn't come together tightly. Not tightly, but not perfectly tightly. Like in season
Oh,
2,
yeah.
I feel everything that they put on the table in season 2 is crucially important.
At the same time, I don't know, something like the lesbian gangster couple, like when she just comes back at the end and kills him, and that whole thing wraps up, and that was like the one little thing, one little loose end that he hadn't tied up, you know. That made a lot of sense. And when you find out about the ghost, like that story was, you know,
The ghost
bone.
stuff I thought was amazing how they nailed that. I thought that was this season's equivalent to the aliens in season 2, where like they managed to play with genre elements, and
Yeah,
they managed to do it really well. Like it doesn't even feel like they're throwing things in just for drama. They do it really tastefully, and it's like these little kind of thematic touches, I guess, about the season. But that being said, season 2, every single character comes around. And I know you say like she does come around and kill him, but I felt like a lot of people's purposes were either to kill or be killed. Whereas in something like season 2, everyone kind of has an emotional or philosophical story element that they add to it. So
right.
you know what I mean? I feel like there's a lot of things where if I'm really being critical of the writing, if I'm really putting that hat on, I'd be like, to Noah Hawley, I'd be like, did you just put a lot of these things in because they were cool and then resulted
Right.
in someone getting shot, or a reason to kind of create more drama or escalate the drama?
Yeah.
And did all those characters not only not feel developed, because I think most of them still had good personalities and most things came back and concluded
Right.
quite well. Just what was their point overall in sense of, I don't know, I guess something a bit deeper. Um, that's where I guess it lacks, because I feel like season 2 and also season 1 said quite a lot. I feel like season 3 was a really good drama and a really good like story with loads of twists and cool sequences.
Yeah.
However, it didn't say anything really. It said actually there was a couple character arcs I really enjoyed, but didn't seem to say as much.
It's not like this season didn't say anything. It's just maybe, yeah, maybe I know, I do know what you mean. Maybe it could have said more. Maybe it was a little bit messy.
It's not
Uh,
like saying something in a sense of like, I don't know, having a point. It's more like just that human experience. I feel like, you know, in season 1 where Martin Freeman first meets Billy Bob and he channels this energy out of him, and you feel like then the whole show is seeing these two people, and it I don't know, like Billy Bob gets away with things that he wouldn't really be able to get away with, and they play with realism a little bit, but it's
right.
almost trying to show his philosophy of not caring about any consequences and just taking life by the neck. Kind of means he ends up just strolling about the place and like so calmly getting through life, conning the police, killing people, all this stuff. And Martin Freeman and his philosophy, all this stuff, is trying to almost say, I guess, stuff about nihilism and philosophy and things like that.
Right.
Season two, I feel like has that same element where it almost, because I obviously rewatched these seasons very recently, so as well they're fresh. Season 2 ends on Ted Danson talking about how he'd been spending time trying to make a universal language, and somehow that speech just like brings the whole season together in this way that like they were trying to say something quite deep and beautiful somewhere in the madness, and
Right.
that's something that I think are not 100% missing, because there are moments in both season 3 and 4 that I feel it's there, but
Right.
not nowhere near the same level as 1 and 2. So
Mm.
like 4 and 1 to me, 4 has probably got more going for it as a story, but
Yeah.
one still emotionally I think hits more. I think 2 is obviously to me the level at which it's all set. I do think 4 was better than 3. Anyway, I've gone on a bit of a ramble, but
No,
that's
yeah. I mean, yeah, honestly, like I did really enjoy it, but I know what you mean. I mean, I didn't get that sense of like that. I definitely got with the first 2 seasons. Like, no, this is like an amazing show. This is like really top notch. To be honest, I really like season 3, but I think it's just because of Lupin's villain in that, and like Ewan McGregor as well. I don't know. Like, I just thought they were both so good that I really enjoyed season
no.
3.
I really like season 3 as well. To me, it's an 8 out of 10.
I really enjoyed. Yeah, I mean, I really enjoyed season 4 as well.
But it's judging it based on its own standards.
Top-notch show. Yeah, and I don't know quite what it is. Maybe it's the messiness. Maybe it's too many characters. Maybe it's the fact that it's not quite making a point in the same way.
And it's trying to catch, I guess, a certain energy and lightning that's hard, I think, to always catch. I'm really impressed with Fargo as a whole. I love it. It's one of my favorite shows, but
No,
it's me just being more critical, and it's setting it and comparing it only to a standard that it's already set. So it's not even being like, oh, unfair to it. It's saying you've already been so good that of course I'm going to be critical every time you're not that good again. But yeah, it's still, to be honest, sick again how they link all the seasons together. Obviously, between season 1 and season 2, you have the old man cop. Lou Solverson is now the young man cop in season 2, and then in season 3, that deaf guy shows up again and helps out the girl. But in season 4, the main connection was that Chris Rock's son ended up being the young Mike Milligan from season 2, who was played by Bokeem Woodbine. And that is, I think, the main thing to me that makes me love this season, that they created all of this mad crime story, all about the swapping the kids and all of this stuff. And it makes a perfect explanation for why Mike Milligan is the way he is in season 2, as such an oddball and such an incredible character. If you're,
I don't remember at all. Oh shit, was that me?
that is you, I think. No, it's fine. But no, I mean, honestly, it's probably worth rewatching that season because it's so good. And yeah, so Mike Milligan's the main guy from the Kansas City Mafia who basically kind of terrorizes that family and you know, just kind of turns them against each other and fucks them all up. Basically, he's like the big don in season 2, and he's Chris Rock's son, and he takes the one that swapped the what, because he takes he takes the priest's name, the rabbi's name, Milligan.
Yeah.
Because he's Satchel Cannon, but then he becomes Mike Milligan. And then at the end, the last shot, I don't know if you saw the post-credit scene, but it's him in the car. I didn't realize that until I saw on Google, but I'd already kind of clocked from what I'd read about each episode, and I clocked the last name of the rabbi, and so I'd already kind of knew, but no, it's just really sick. I knew there was going to be a link, and also it justifies them moving it to Kansas City because every other series has been in Minnesota, nearby, or but mainly around Minnesota, and then Fargo as well in North Dakota. And they moved this to Kansas City in Missouri, but because there'd been basically the mafia that Mike Milligan was a part of coming, basically. So, you know what I mean? It all comes full circle is basically what I'm saying.
That was great. I didn't realize that. Yeah, no, it's very nice ways to link the seasons together, definitely.
Yeah, just add layers to the whole experience, because obviously with anthology series, you need to still feel that same reward for loyalty you get with long running series, or, you know, like with Marvel when the character shows up. Do you know what I mean? They still want to give you that same feeling, like, okay, these people have been watching us for years, and we're still going to reward them for their loyalty. But Is there anything else you have to say? Oh yeah, the young girl who gets what's her name? The mixed race girl who is proper intelligent and learns French and
Oh,
mugs
yeah,
off the. Yeah, she was sick. Then the way she's the one that
yeah,
actually gets the serial killer caught out.
mm. No, she was very cool, and like, and her relationship with the son, the like jazzy son as well. That was
Yeah,
nice.
yeah. What was I gonna say? I was a bit more like thinking that the nurse would maybe build up to more than just like. I did actually quite like how it ended and how like he gets fucked
I thought
because
when they both get shot was great, and when she's like, she's just like looking at him getting shot. She's like, "Oh, can you shoot him
yeah,
first?"
yeah,
Like,
it was fucked up.
oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, it was really fucked up.
yeah.
Um, but I still think maybe again, it's one of those things where could it have resulted into more? But I still do like the way it wrapped up. I do like the way she kind of did him in and kind of got him killed. Like
Yeah,
she was a proper mad psycho, and I think that she played it really well, and she was a real standout character. Um, okay, so before we wrap up and do a rating, okay, so yeah, before we do the rating, I was just gonna just go through probably just some of the top moments of the season, just because it's obviously instead of doing one episode, we're doing 11. So I just want to make sure that we've given everything a little bit. So yeah, for me, the shootout with where the Mormon gets done, that was a highlight for me. Um, Also, yeah, like we said, those ending episodes were ending episode, and then yeah, when Chris Rock's looking at his family and when the lesbian gangsters comes back,
mm,
and then I literally just had one, and then it went. Oh yeah, when the guy's about to, and I love this with Fargo where they kind of do the misdirect. The guy
mm,
is about to kill the kid, kind of decides not to, but in that second, the rabbi still fucking kills him anyway, and it was like that
mm.
cool little like misdirect. Um, well done little moment from Fargo, and then
Yeah, no,
it, and then in the premiere actually when there's all that before the dad gets shot in the car,
mm.
there's like a moment where there's tension, you're like, I don't know what it is, and then he farts, and then they're all like, oh my god, you farted, like what's going on?
Yeah.
And then he does get shot, so he
Mm.
still it's like this constant like,
Yeah,
oh,
no,
is it gonna happen, is it not gonna happen? It's really
yeah,
that stuff they really nail.
yeah,
What about you, any little moments that I forgot?
yeah. I really like when he like falls on his gun, the other brother. That
Oh,
was another little Fargo moment for me. Um,
remind me what happens.
when he's just like walking away, when he's killed the cop with the OCD, and he's
Oh
walking
yeah,
away, like, all fine. He just trips over, falls on his gun, shoots himself in the head.
yeah,
You know,
yeah,
like, little bits like that, I think are so good. Um, yeah, I mean, also obviously also the big shootout in the train station, very, very, very sick.
yeah,
Um,
man. Actually, there were so many shootouts.
yeah, I guess
Um,
I feel like there was definitely bits of like
there's
at the
also
end.
that bit where they like stop all the cars and there's all the fire and they're like,
Mm,
yeah,
yeah,
man,
no,
that's actually sick.
um,
Yeah, and actually another thing that I just wanted to add quickly, again with I don't think they quite tied up that family either, like the dad owing the money, and I don't know, I just felt there was a lot of threads that they put in there, and yeah,
they
they
did pay
didn't
up the
all.
money, didn't they? Because that was the daughter saves them from that by giving the ring to the
Yes,
attack.
yeah, that's true, that's true. But I just feel like that's what I mean. Plot wise, these things tie up, but just in
Mm,
terms of these characters actually amounting to things, like I felt like the dad looked like he
yeah,
had maybe something more to say in the plot and meant I was going to be more of a character, and he wasn't. Um, but yeah,
yeah,
um, but yeah, what would you rate that season anyway out of 10?
8, wasn't it?
Yeah, me too. A
Yeah.
high 8, but it was an 8.
Yeah, I mean, like you say, like the second season would totally have been a 9.
Second
Totally
season's a 10 for me.
10 for you, really?
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, no, I mean, it was really good, but I don't even know why I can't quite give it a 10, but
If you
yeah.
rewatched it, I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
you give it a 10.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I haven't seen it in ages, to be fair. So I would have to rewatch it at some point. I have no idea what happens. But yeah, no, it was a really solid season. Yeah, I do think they did really well.
Um, Yeah, no, me too. Big up all the actors involved. Big up Noah Hawley for delivering another great season of Fargo. We'll be back tomorrow with Mandalorian season 2, episode 6. So big excitement to see what happens there. Thank you for joining Doobies and Movies. Keep smoking doobies. Keep watching movies. That's the way of the world. Big up.